Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to this session on 2E Model with Shivangi, presented by English Life Skill Hub. Yes, friends. So, if you are here, let me tell you this training is exclusive for you if you are willing to elevate your English quotient, if you want to improve your English skills, if you want to become fluent in English. Okay. So basically, if you're a student, if you're a working professional, if you're a job seeker, if you are a businessman, if you are a blogger, if you are a coach, if you are a doctor, no matter whatever field you come from, whichever field, okay, whatever you do, whichever field you come from, if you are keen to elevate your English skills, okay, master your English skills, then this training is exclusively for you. Okay, friends? So, if you have these problems, okay, you cannot think in English, you cannot talk in English, you can understand English, but you can't talk in English, you do not get the right words to express yourself in English. Okay, you have difficulty creating sentences in English. You have a lot of grammatical issues when you talk and when you write in English. Okay, so if you have any of these problems and a big time fluency issue. Okay. So if you have any of these problems, this training is exclusively for you. Okay. Now, so just stay tuned. Okay. And let me tell you that if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe because you have a lot of valuable content there on YouTube. Okay. If you haven't seen me on Instagram, make sure that again on Instagram, I am here on Instagram and on YouTube channel with this name, the 2E model with Shivangi. Can you see that? Okay. So the 2E model with Shivangi, just make sure that you are aware about my spelling. My spelling has double I in it, okay, and double A in it. Can you see that? Yeah, so double I, double A. Remember. So check me on YouTube and check me on Instagram as well. You are gonna get a lot of valuable content to elevate your English quotient. Okay, friends? Yeah. So let me tell you something about me. Okay. Now that you are investing your 25 minutes in me, okay, it's important that you know me, right? So I hope you are sitting in an undisturbed, non distracted environment, okay, and you're watching this training. Okay, if not, make sure that you close the windows, you have full 100% attention. I just need 20 minutes of your time, okay, 20 minutes of your undivided attention. And in these 20 minutes, I'm going to decode the right action plan for you in order for you to improve your English skills, for you to excel at English. Yeah. So that's me. My name is Shivangi Hemdev, and I'm a qualified English language trainer. Okay. As far as my academic credential goes, I have done my NET, I have completed my MBA and MCOM way back in 2011, right? And I have 10 plus years of experience in coaching students in elevating their English quotient, in nurturing their communication skills and soft skills, right? So far, I have successfully coached 7,000 plus students. Okay. I am associated with different MBA colleges here in Mumbai, wherein I run an extensive program called as Campus to Corporate, wherein we train students, in getting ready for the professional world, how to give interviews, how to give success, how to crack successfully the interviews. Okay. So, how to nurture communication skills, how are you supposed to negotiate on salaries? So, all that soft skill training part is taken care by me. Okay. I'm also an active faculty member with teaching centers which are affiliated to London School of Economics. Okay, friends. So, that's about me. Now, currently, I am a founder of English Life Skill Hub. I run a digital community of English enthusiasts and English learners. Okay. And hence, you are watching this training of mine. Okay. So, this training is on behalf of English Life Skill Hub. Well, so I would want to start this training by sharing a little, my small journey with you in brief. Okay, as to how did I become fluent in English? Okay, what made me excel at my English skills? And when I excel at my English skills, how the sky was a limit because I had so many opportunities, okay, which came my way and I could accomplish them all. And today I can, right from, being a struggler, today I am an edupreneur, okay, an educator and an entrepreneur together, right? So let me tell you in brief. So I completed my schooling, from St. Joseph High School, which was a convent school. So I completed my 10th standard from there. And despite completing my education from English medium school, I really had a tough time, in what? In speaking English eloquently and speaking English flawlessly. So my condition was such that I could just manage 2 to 3 sentences in English, and then I used to stop. My brain used to stop functioning because I had no idea how am I supposed to express certain things in English. How am I supposed to create, those kind of sentences in English to express myself in a better manner. Okay. And this continued for a very long time in my life till the time I met my mentor. Okay, my mentor who actually trained me in all aspects of English, made me an eloquent speaker. Okay, someone who could crack the interviews correct, effectively. Okay, and once I started my training with him, and that's where he taught me this 2E model. Okay, so the 2E model is basically employable English model. Okay, how are you supposed to employ English? How are you supposed to employ grammar in your day-to-day English and talk and write in flawless English? Okay, so I give all this credit to my mentor who had given me phenomenal progress in my professional as well as my personal life. Okay, because of the power of English. Okay. So, because of my mentor, because of his rigorous training, extensive training, I could be an educator. I am an educator today. Okay. Because of his extensive training, I could crack competitive entrance exams, which was for MBA. I could clear, I could get through a very good college, very good business school in MBA when it comes to MBA. Okay, because even in competitive entrance exams, the first thing that they test you on is your aptitude. And my English aptitude, I could successfully crack it only because of him. Okay, and only because of this 2E model. Trust me. Yeah. So I could crack my competitive entrance exams. I could nail my MBA interviews successfully in English. Okay, all because of him. I could successfully nail my group discussion, which was an integral part of the selection process, just because of him. Now, GD, that was group discussion and personal interview, everything is in English. Okay, not just that, I could finish my 2 year full-time MBA program, which was rigorous English, English, English. Okay, and that involved rigorous talking in English. Okay, all that I could do it only because of the mentor, only because of this program, the 2E model. Yeah. And not only that, once I finished my MBA, again, I could get into a good multinational company. Okay. Again, when the first step of getting into that multinational company was cracking the English aptitude test. And I could successfully crack that English aptitude test only because of my mentor and his program, Employable English Blueprint. Only because of that, I could crack that English aptitude test of that multinational company. I could successfully crack the interview of that company. I could successfully crack the debate, which was again a integral part of the selection process of that company. I could crack all these and I could grab that lucrative job only because of the power of English skills. Because in the end, what the employers out there are testing you on is your communication. And to be very honest, in this globalized era, communication skills is equals to English skills. No matter how well you can communicate certain things, but if you are not great at English, if you're not excellent at English, you may not get that, you may not be able to make it big, basically. You may not be able to grab that lucrative job or that international assignment or get that international visa. Yes or no? Okay, so if you really want to make it big and if you really want to excel at English skills, Just stay with me, and this video is exclusively for you. Okay, so that was me. That was my training. So how I struggled badly, in talking English, and today I am conducting this training right in front of you in English, which is going to go for like next 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. Okay, I'm an educator. Okay, I teach in English. Okay, and an edupreneur. I run an digital community. I run this digital community of English enthusiasts, all because of the power of English. And if I could do this, I'm sure even you can do it. Yes, friends? So coming back to your problems in English, okay, the problems that you mentioned, okay, the problems that we all have generally, when we are learning English is we cannot talk in English well, we are not very fluent in English, we cannot find the right words to express ourselves, we have difficulty in creating sentence structures. Yes, yes. Okay, we have grammar is somewhere not flowing in our English. Okay, so though we know grammar, we know what is a tense, what is a verb, what is a noun, but still we cannot use that grammar correctly in our English, because of which the accuracy of our language suffers. Yeah. So if you have all these problems, okay, the solution is right here, right now in front of you. Okay. So before I give you the ultimate solution, I would want to know what is the solution that you have been trying so far in order to level up your English quotient. Okay. So generally, the solutions that I hear people adopting, okay, in order to improve their English is YouTube videos. So they very popular solution these days is they are watching YouTube channels and different English channels, and they are trying to improve their English. Okay. Or they tell me reading, okay, or listening to podcast, okay, or just trying to Google things out. So just Googling, going to search engines and Googling things. Yeah. So now let me tell you that if these are the solutions that you have adopted, if you're trying to improve your English just by watching a YouTube video or just by reading again, it's an excellent source, okay, but it is absolutely time consuming. So if you're trying to improve your English skills by doing all this, let me tell you that these solutions that you have adopted so far, they also have problems. Okay, so there are problems with these solutions as well. Okay, so now that you're watching this video, which means somewhere you haven't got that desired results, okay, from the solutions that you have adopted so far. And I'm sorry to say, but it is difficult that with these solutions that you can see on the screen, you can actually get the desired result. Okay, like YouTube videos, for example, YouTube videos is an excellent source of information, but it is an unstructured information. YouTube video will only give you information. That information will not get translated into English skill. Okay, because if you really want to acquire English skills, if you really want to master that English skills, the first thing that you need to understand is that you will have to practice. So the person who is talking in that YouTube video is actually improving the English. Okay. He's the one, who's improving the English. Why? Because he's the one who's practicing. He's the one who's speaking. He's the one who's thinking in English. He's the one who's creating sentences in English. Okay. So just by watching him, you may only imitate him. You may just copy him to an extent. Okay. But you may not master your English skills. Okay. Because just like driving, swimming, you cannot just afford to watch videos of person who's swimming or of the person who's driving. All you need to know is hire a mentor, learn driving, do it by yourself. So unless you practice, things are not going to change for you. Right? So similarly with English, okay, unless you practice with the right person, with the right mentor, okay, when I say practicing talking in English, that does not mean that you will talk to anyone and everyone, because that anyone and everyone may not have that command over English. So that person may not be the right person to track your progress, to correct you where you go wrong. Okay, so the first thing that you need to understand that YouTube is just going to give you information. It's not going to give you excellence at English skills. Okay. So unless you do it yourself with the right mentor, things are not going to change for you. Yes, this has happened to me, and this I'm sure this happens to everyone. So unless you have the right person who's going to train you, things may not change. Yeah. Or if they change, they will change very slowly, very steadily. So if you want that swift progress, if you want that, to progress at the right pace, at the right speed, you want to accelerate that progress, then mentorship is certainly something that you should look at. Okay. Coming to the next solution, reading. Reading is certainly a good solution. But ask yourself, are you an avid reader? Do you regularly read? Okay, but even if you regularly read, reading will create a difference over a long period of time. So only if you consistently read for next 6 to 8 months, then you may see some progress, pouring in your English skills. Okay. But if you really want that to happen a little fast, then reading may not be the fast solution. Okay. It will not put you on a fast track thing. Coming to Googling and search engines, ChatGPT, AI, grammar check softwares. Now, all these will not give you English skills. All these, again, will just give you information. Okay. And it is not possible that if you want to talk certain things in an interview in English, you will keep Googling or you will keep asking ChatGPT. No. Okay, so you have to function from here and you have to function soon. You have to function fast. You have to be very agile in thinking in English and in creating sentences in English and in talking in English, right? So all this is, for this you need English skill. Okay. And English skill, for English skills, okay, you have to make sure that you practice with the right people. Yes, friends? Are we very clear? So now, if you have tried all this, listening to podcasts, YouTube videos, ask yourself, did you get the results? Did you get the results? If you got the results, then you can stop this training right away. Then you don't need me. And then you don't need my solutions too. Okay. But if you haven't received that result that you have been actually desiring for, okay, that's something that will, make you really excellent at your English, something that actually elevates your English quotient, then I would request you to just stay back for a few more minutes and listen to me carefully. Okay. Now, the problem, all those problems that you face in English, you're not fluent in English, you're not able to talk in English, you don't get the right words in English, you're not able to create sentences in English. Okay, grammar is not flowing in your English. All these problems boils down to only one thing. You know what is that one thing? All I'm trying to say is that the root cause of all these problems that you have in English is just one. And that one thing is that you haven't developed your English brain. I repeat, you haven't developed your English brain. So let me give you a quick solution to this. The solution to this problem is also one. Start developing your English brain. Okay. So if you haven't developed your English brain, then start developing your English brain. That's the solution. That's the root cause. Okay. Your English brain is not developed. That's the problem. And if you develop your English brain, that's the solution to all your problems in English. Okay. Now, how will you develop your English brain? See, usually you can read and you can listen to podcasts and you can continue doing the things that you have been doing, but those things are not very effective. Okay. Try to develop your English brain with the right mentor. Okay. Because that mentor is going to fast track your progress. That mentor is going to track your progress, will monitor your progress. Okay. So, first, develop your English brain with the help of your mentor. Okay. Now, to develop English brain, what all is needed? Listen to me very carefully, friends. To develop English brain, you have to make sure that you are feeding your brain with the right English inputs on daily basis. Okay. So feed your brain with English inputs on daily basis. Now, what should be that input? Again, your mentor is the first one person to actually identify what inputs that is required to develop your English brain, because every individual is different. Okay, so some may not have problems with grammar, some may just have problems with their fluency. Okay, so the mentor is the right person to decide what kind of English inputs you should be giving to your brains. So start feeding your brains with English inputs is the first thing. Second, constantly practice. Constant practice. What should you practice constantly? Your constant practice should focus on creating sentences. So if I put a, if I on one Bollywood song for you, okay, if I put some Bollywood song for you, your English brain should actually be able to create those Hindi lyrics of Bollywood songs in English. Okay, that's what we mean by English brain. And the day when you accomplish that is the day when you have acquired English skills. Okay, so you have to constantly practice on creating sentences. Use it in your spoken English on daily basis. Speak with your mentor, speak with your classmates. Okay, then the third part is, this is very important, and that's why I have highlighted that. The third part is understand the standard language structure of English. Understand the standard language structure of English, because unless you understand the language structure, things are going to be very difficult. Okay, so if you understand the language structure of English, no matter whatever situation you have to, say it in English, express it in English, you will be able to create sentences in English. So you can create sentences only when you have a strong hold over the standard language structure. Are you getting it? If you do not know the language structure, and if you're just trying to do makeup on your English, which means you're just watching the video, picking a few sentences, using it in your language, and then forgetting in next few days, listening to the podcast, English podcast, picking a few sentences from the podcast, saying it, using it, and then forgetting after the next few days. So this is how you are going to work on. It's the makeup. It will just make you look good for some time when you are in an event, till the time you have that makeup on your face. And once you wash your face, everything is gone. So that's how your English will be. But if you really want that permanent thing, permanent irreversible solution, if you really want that command over your English, the first thing that you need to understand is, please understand the language structure of English. And again, having a right mentor is going to create a lot of difference, because the right mentor will train you on the language structure of English. The fact that I have developed that ability to express anything and everything in English because I have developed a strong hold over the language structure. Every competitive exams, you talk about IELTS, you talk about GMAT, you talk about TOEFL, you talk about any exam, banking exam, any exam. Every exam is actually testing you on what? It's testing you on the standard language structure of English. Okay, so if you have a strong hold over the standard language structure of English, trust me, you can create any sentences in English. And that's where you develop your English brain. Okay, now to do all this correctly, it is important and imperative that you have a mentor. And hence I've highlighted that in yellow. Have a mentor, hire a mentor for yourself, become a part of a community, okay, and make sure that that community has 24/7 support. Okay, wherein you can practice in that community, you can post sentences in that community, you can talk in that community. Okay, so if you do all this correctly, with the help of the mentor, with the help of community support, trust me, no one can stop you from becoming fluent in English, from being excellent at English skills. Okay. Yeah. And if possible, try to get a lifetime access to mentorship programs, not membership, mentorship. A mentor who is there for you lifetime. Okay. A mentor who's there for you lifetime, wherein, you can go, approach the mentor wherever possible, who keeps meeting you weekly, who keeps training you weekly, who keeps nurturing your skills, who keeps making you practice, so that you have an English environment always at your hand. Right now, everyone who's struggling with English, okay, struggling because they don't have the right environment at home, at their workplace. Okay, so that's what determines your language. Okay, so with the help of lifetime mentorship programs, you get the right environment to practice in English. You get the right inputs to develop your English brain. That is very important. Now, if I ask you one question that your English is not fluent, I totally understand. But do you have that same fluency issue in your native language? What will you say? I'm sure most of you are going to say that we do not have any fluency issues in our native language. We are most comfortable in talking in our native language. We can express our anger in our native language. We can express excitement, happiness, anything. We can do it flawlessly and fluently in our native language. But when it comes to English, we can't express ourselves. We are not fluent. We get stuck. Now, don't you think this is scientifically proven? This is scientifically proven because when it comes to native language, when it comes to your native language, you have developed your brain. Your brain is developed to the requirements of your native language. Because why is your brain developed and is tuned in with the native language? Because of the environment that you got at home. Okay, because of the environment, your brain is ready in your native language. And that's where your brain processes very fast when it comes to creating sentences, when it comes to expressing anything in your native language. See, it's the brain that is working. But when it comes to English, your brain is not an English brain. Your brain is not ready for that language. Your brain is not able to create sentences flawlessly. Okay. And because your brain is not creating sentences, that's where you're getting stuck. That's where you have this fluency issue that, oh, how should I say this? Because your brain is not ready to create sentences. So all you have to do is work on the input. If the input is right, the output, that is your spoken English, has to be right. Okay. So start working on the English brain. And you can develop your English brain when you get the right environment. And the right environment is you will have nothing better than having a lifetime access to a mentorship program. If someone is giving you a lifetime access, if someone is going to teach you for lifetime, if someone is giving you this benefit, okay, wherein you're getting a lifetime access to to being a student of that mentor, there is no better opportunity than this. Trust me, there is no better opportunity than this. Because everywhere, if you join any English class, all you're going to get is 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, or maybe 1 year program. Okay. But trust me, that's not enough. Okay. Because you may enroll for a year. And if you don't practice, okay, if you don't get that environment again at your workplace or at home, you may tend to forget things very soon. But something permanent and irreversible is important in order to you to not forget English skills. Okay, in order for you to stay in touch with English. And that is the environment. And that's where this lifetime access to mentorship program comes into picture. And that's where I come into picture. Okay. So if you want me to become your lifetime mentor, if you want to enroll in lifelong mentorship with me, then I open my arms and welcome you to something permanent and irreversible. Okay, this is a permanent and irreversible solution because every week you're going to get that environment. Community is going to give you a 24/7 environment. Okay. And I welcome you to my English Life Skill Hub, a digital academy, a digital school of English learners and English enthusiasts. Okay, wherein we have students who have joined us, when they were very naive when it comes to their English skills. Okay, they could barely talk in English. And today, okay, you can check the videos and testimonies on my website, that is www.englishlifeskillhub.com. That's my website. Okay, you can check the testimonies, kind of expressions and the kinds of vocabulary they have been using now in their spoken English. So that's the drastic difference you see when you have a lifelong mentorship program. So every week, a mentor is turning up to teach you, to train you, to make you practice, to give you your scores to give, to track your progress, to give you your progress results that, oh, this is good, this is something that you need to work upon. And a community support wherein every day you get some new content, every day you get some new word, every day you need get some new sentences in English. You practice it on daily basis. Okay, just by giving 20 minutes of your time daily. You don't even have to give every day and like 2 hours, 3 hours. No, no, no. All you have to do is just be present for the live classes. Okay, when the mentor calls you, which happens weekly, twice. Okay, just be there for the classes. By any chance, if you cannot make it to the live classes, you get the recording of the live classes, and just try to practice those things by giving 20 to 25 minutes of your daytime, or night time. So daily 20 to 25 minutes is something that you have to invest in your English skills, and keep practicing it with your colleagues. You practice it on your WhatsApp chats, on your emails, and keep leveling up. Okay. So there is no time barrier key in 3 months you have to learn, and 6 months you have to learn. You will certainly learn in next 3 months if you are regular to the tasks that are given to you in English Life Skill Hub, if you're regular to the classes, if you're regular, in doing all the activities that we give you. Right? So that's where English Life Skill Hub comes into picture, my friends. You know what is my mission? My mission is to fix the broken education system and help students develop their English brain. When it comes to our education system, see, I myself have completed my schooling from an English medium school, but still I had big time struggling in, when it comes to struggling in English, talking in English, writing in English, expressing myself in English. So basically, English fluency was a big time challenge. Now, this challenge was, why this challenge exists? This challenge exists because when it comes to our education system is just training us on the theory of English. Okay, it's just giving us big, big English literatures and the theory of grammar. What is a noun? What are the types of nouns? What is a tense? What are the types of tense? But how do we know that? How are we supposed to use the right tense in our English? Were you aware that the announcements that happen at the airport, okay, which are concerning the futuristic flights, are all made in simple present tense? Were you aware about this? Okay. Now, all that we were taught in school was, oh, if you want to express certain things about the future, use a future tense. No, there are so many situations concerning the future that can be expressed in simple present tense or a present continuous tense. So with this, what I'm trying to say is that the standard language structure, awareness about the standard language structure is very important. And that's what we do in our English Life Skill Hub. We train you on the language structure. We make sure that the grammar is included in your day-to-day English. Like I hear many people saying that everyone are present in the meeting. Everyone are is a big no. Everyone is an indefinite pronoun, and everyone cannot take are. Everyone cannot take were. It can never take a plural verb. It can only take a singular verb. Everyone is present in the meeting. Everyone was present in the meeting. So everyone can only take a singular verb. Were we taught all this in our school? We were not taught this. We were taught only the theory of English, only the theory of English grammar. So now if you really want to learn the applied aspects of grammar, okay, how should you use grammar in your day-to-day English in order to make your English accurate, flawless, okay, then I invite you to my English Life Skill Hub, because that's what the focus is in the English Life Skill Hub. We make use of grammar in our sentences, okay? And our mission is not just to make you fluent in English, but to make you error-free in English, accurate and flawless in English. Now, excited to know what is it that you will get when you enroll for, an English Life Skill Hub? Well, let me address that excitement then. Okay, so in English Life Skill Hub, can you see this slide? What are you going to get? You are going to get lifetime access to my live classes, which happens every week twice. So imagine if you meet me every week twice, okay, just twice. Okay, if you give me those 2 hours, 2.5 hours, okay, so when we meet, the session can go on for around 1.5 hours. Okay. So you get a mentor who's meeting you every week twice. Twice. Okay. A lifelong mentor in English Life Skill Hub, and that's me. I will be your mentor. What you're going to get is lifetime access to the content, English content. When I say English content, the standard language structure that I spoke about. So everything that will increase your awareness, that will, make you well versed with the error-free English. Okay, so standard language structure. You get a stable community 24/7. So we have a community wherein you can practice whatever I've taught you in live classes. You can speak in English. You can express yourself in that community. And you have constant and consistent facilitation. Because I meet you every week, twice. Whatever doubts you have, you can ask me in a live class. This is going to be online live class. Okay. And the content that I give you, it will be both in Hindi also and in English also. So in case if you feel that you're not understanding certain concepts in English, you can watch those things in Hindi as well, so that you understand. Okay. So this is what you get. You get lifelong mentorship program. I will be your lifelong mentor. So I train you till the time I'm alive. Okay. I give you lifetime access to my content. The content is available in Hindi and English. I give you 24/7 stable community where you can practice. I'm giving you the environment where you can speak English, write English, everything. And a constant facilitation, constant monitoring. So I'll be the one to monitor. Okay. Now we have different plans. But what is the bonus? The bonus with every plan is common. So I'll be taking you to every plan that we have, whichever plan you feel that you would want to go for. You can take a look, you can decide, and you can get in touch with me. Okay. So the bonus for every plan. So we have silver plan, we have gold plan, we have platinum plan, we have diamond plan. So for with every plan, this is common. What is common? That you're going to get lifetime access to my content, no timeline, and you are going to get lifetime access to my 2 live classes weekly. So whichever plan you take, आपको ये सारी चीजें मिलने वाली है. You're going to get all this with any plan you opt for. Okay, so 2 live classes weekly, 2 live classes free, lifetime access to videos free, no timeline. Okay, no timeline. So now let me take you to the plans. Okay, the first plan is the silver plan. Okay, so can you see the picture? English Life Skill Hub, Employable English Blueprint, the 2E model with Shivangi. Okay, so the silver plan, generally the silver plan that we offer is we offer it for 14,500. But if you are joining me with the medium of this training, which means I have certain exclusive for you and I have a certain good offer for you. And that offer is that now for a 14,500 program, which is a silver plan, you are just going to pay me 9,999. So all that you have to pay me is 10,000 minus 1. Okay, so 9,999. Okay, so this is what you will pay me for lifetime. So this is just one-time cost. And you're getting a lifelong mentorship, lifetime mentorship with me. All that we are going to do in live classes, lifetime access to live classes and videos. The curriculum is we'll be speaking, we'll be focus. Our focus will be on speaking, how to speak in English, how to listen to English content and understand grammar, vocabulary, how to create sentences, idioms, etc. All this you are going to get in this silver plan. And silver plan means weekly 2 live classes free for lifetime and access to videos, lifetime, and a community support 24/7. The next plan that I have here is gold plan. Can you see that? Gold plan generally we offer for 20,600. But today, if you're joining me with the medium of this, through this training with this medium, that's the training, I am offering you this gold plan to, just for 14,999. Again, what you're going to get here, you are going to get 24 classes for 2 months with me, okay, with intensive training. 24 classes for 2 months. And what happens after 2 months? After 2 months, you get my 2 weekly live class free. lifetime. Content free. Community support free after 2 months. But for first 2 months, you will have rigorous 24 sessions with me. Okay, that is in 14,999. So if you want to fast track your progress, okay, if you want to include some business English into it, okay, and if you want more classes, that is 24 classes, which means week may I will meet you 3 times for 2 months. Okay, so 2 months, 24. In 2 months, you will have 24 classes, total 24 classes, which means weekly I'll meet you thrice. Okay, and after 2 months, what happens? After 2 months, you get 2 weekly live class free from me. Yeah, so that's the gold plan. Now let me take you to a platinum plan. Remember, in gold plan, our focus will also be on business English. Okay, let me take you back. Business English, business correspondence. Okay, so normal English as well as business English is something that you will get in gold plan. So what you get in gold plan, you get 3 weekly sessions with me for the coming 2 months, which means in 2 months you have 24 sessions, and after 2 months you will have lifetime access to my 2 weekly live class. That's the gold plan. Similarly, we have a platinum plan. In platinum plan, you will have 36 classes with me. Like it will be a 3-month course. And you will have 36 classes with me. Okay. And after 3 months, what happens? After 3 months, you get access to 2 live class free. So you're getting a lifetime mentorship support. Okay. So 2 live class again weekly, which is going to be free. Lifetime access to my content, lifetime access to my community. Okay. And we are going to do something extra in this platinum plan. We are going to train you on how to give interviews, how to prepare for your interviews, how to conduct mock interviews, how to create a very effective resume. Okay. Along with normal English and business English. Okay. So you're getting a lot of content. You're getting more number of classes. You're going to get 3 months program in this. That is 36 classes. And after 3 months, 2 live class free for lifelong. Come meet me, practice with me, ask few concerns, and then you can leave whatever it is. Yeah. So that's the platinum plan. Now, platinum plan we offer generally for 31,500, but because if you come to me exclusively with the medium of this training, then what you get this 31,500 for just 24,999, which means आप मुझे 25,000 दे रहे हैं, you're paying 25,000 to me, and you're getting 36 exclusive classes. After 36 classes, you get 2 weekly live classes for lifelong, and you get an extended content of business English, interview preparation, interview mock interviews at practice, resume writing. Coming to the diamond plan. Now, diamond plan, the focus of diamond plan is on English skills and on soft skills. Okay. So if you want to get promoted in your organization, if you want to be a manager, if you want to lead your team, this is something which is exclusively for you. Okay. So what do we have in diamond plan? In diamond plan, firstly, what you get is 48 classes for first 4 months. Okay, which means weekly. This is a 4-month program and you get 3 classes in a week. 4-month program, 3 classes in a week, which will go for 4 months, which means 48 classes. And after 48 classes, after this 4 months, what happens? After this 4 months, you will get lifetime access to my 2 live classes free, which is weekly, lifetime access to my community and my content. Now, what happens in this diamond plan? We train you on business English. We train you on public speaking. We train you on personality development. We have extensive interview practice over here, okay? Extensive interview practice over here. You have presentation skills, okay? How to present things, how to make your PowerPoint presentations. How are you supposed, I'm not going to teach you the technicalities. I'm going to teach you the soft skill aspect. I'm sure you know how to make a PPT. Okay, but what should be there in the PPT? How should you make your presentation effective? How should you give your presentation to the top management? Negotiation skills. How should you negotiate your salary? Okay, and we will also have LinkedIn on this. So how are you supposed to brand yourself on LinkedIn? How should you brand your profile? Now, this is an extensive program. Okay, this program aims at holistic development. So it will not just make you a good English speaker, but it will make you a good leader, because we are focusing on all soft skill aspects in this diamond plan. Now, this diamond plan is generally what we offer is for 72,500. Right now, we are just offering this for 49,999. Okay, just 50,000. In 50,000, what do you get? In 50,000, you get 48 classes. And after the 48th class, you have lifetime access to my weekly 2 live class, my content, and community. And what will happen in these 48 sessions? After these 48 sessions, you will be a completely transformed person. Yes. Okay. Because you have not just worked on your English, but you have worked overall on your personality. Okay. On your communication, negotiation, presentation skills. Okay. So all soft skill part, it will be taken care of in the diamond plan. Okay. So this is what we have. Now you opt for any plan. I repeat, what do you get free? You get 2 live classes, weekly 2 live classes free with me. My content, lifetime access, community support, lifetime access, whichever plan you take. Okay. But if you want an intensive training in increased number of classes, then accordingly you can choose any plan. Okay. Right from gold, platinum to diamond, increase number of classes, good content. Okay. And on the basis of that, you can choose your plan. Now, with every plan, I have few more bonuses for you. You know what is that bonus? The bonus is strategy. Can you see this new word retention strategy? So strategy to retain new words. What I'm going to give you is how are you supposed to retain those new words in your day-to-day English? Okay, this is something which this program generally I run for 3,999. This program I generally run for 3,999, but you today you're getting this free. Absolutely free, my friends. You're getting this absolutely free. Okay, so whichever plan you may select, you're getting this free. Then, strategy to be an effective reader. Okay, it's important to be a reader, but it is even more important to be an effective reader. So if you have to go through business reports, okay, some complicated case studies, what is important is not just being a reader, but being an effective reader. So what is the strategy to be an effective reader? How can you actually be an effective reader? This program I generally run for 2,999 outside, but today you choose any plan, friends, you are going to get this free. Okay. So you have so many bonuses. You have lifelong mentorships. You pay me once. You pay me once for any plan you may settle for. What you get is 2 live classes free, weekly 2 live classes free, lifetime access to content, lifetime access to community support. Okay. That's my contact number. Okay. So if you're watching this video and you have understood how are you supposed to develop your English quotient, if you want to join my English Life Skill Hub, if you want me to be your mentor to train you and develop you and for get you ready for the professional and personal world out there, you can contact me on this number. I'm sorry for the background noise. There is a construction work that's happening and that's where the noise comes in. So just ignore that noise for time being. Okay. Now, what do we do in our weekly live class? So now these live classes, that 2 weekly live class I've been talking about since so long, these live classes will happen on Saturday and Sunday at 1:15 p.m. Okay. If you cannot make it to the live class, we can give you the recording of the live class. So don't worry. So Sunday 1:15, Saturday 1:15. And what do we do in those live classes? We run an extensive writers forum. We run an extensive speakers forum. Okay, so we have a speakathon wherein you will speak in English, you will use new words and talk in English, because all those new words, those new content will be taught to you first, and then you will practice in speakathon. Situational speaking, pronunciations, okay, expressing things in by expressing everything in English. So if I play a Bollywood song, you should be able to put the lyrics of that Bollywood songs in English. Okay, so these are the activities that we do. Focus on idioms. Okay, idioms can really make your life very easy. It can make your English effortless if you know good idioms. Okay, so exposing you to good idioms, okay, helping you to create sentences out of those idioms. Then you have this writers forum, wherein again we create sentences. Okay, we write business correspondence. Okay, we write applications. We write how to make an MOU, memorandum of understanding. Okay, so if you have taken a business English course with me, which is for gold plan and platinum plan, it's not in silver plan, but this is for gold and platinum and diamond. All this you will learn. Okay, new vocabulary. New vocabulary is gonna be a part of all your plans. Even if you opt for a silver plan, any plan you take, vocabulary, idioms, sentence construction, applied grammar, the standard language structure of English, speaking, talking, listening, whatever. Okay, all this is going to be there in every plan that you take. Okay, friends. So this is about it. Now, if you do all this, so if you attend 2 live classes, okay, if a mentor is teaching you new words daily, if the mentor is teaching you new sentences daily, if the mentor is making you practice in the live class, if you know, so you're doing everything what is needed in order to develop your English quotient. You are speaking, you are writing, you're learning new words, you're learning applied aspects of grammar, you're creating sentences. Okay, you're learning idioms, you're learning phrasal verbs, you're learning everything. So if you learn everything, if you practice with the right person, victory is yours. Okay. And we have students who have achieved that victory and are doing very well in the professional world. Okay, so you can watch the testimonies of few of my students like Varun, Aditya, Subodha, and Ruchita, Pankaj. There are so many other students. You can check these testimonies on my website. You will get the www.englishlifeskillhub. Okay, so that's my website, www.english. I'll just take you to my website again. I'll take you to my website again. That's my website. www.englishlifeskillhub.com is my website. You can go to my website, check the testimonies, and if you do all this correctly, okay, if you do all this correctly, victory is yours. You are certainly going to be a developed version. You are certainly going to be a better version of what you are today. Okay, you're certainly going to make progress, just like others have made it. Check the testimony, see what kind of conviction they have when they're talking. Are you getting it? Now, the only step that you have to take towards me is you will have to enroll in this program. You will have to make that investment for yourself. So don't think that you are paying me, but you're paying for yourself. You're paying for your development. Okay, so that's not an expense, that's an investment. Okay, today, if you go out and buy a mobile phone, you buy it for X amount, and after 6 months, you try to sell it. What you're going to get is not that X amount, right? What are you going to get is maybe the half of that amount. Okay, so if you buy it for 30,000, maybe you might, be able to sell it for 15,000. So depreciation is something that comes when you invest in goods. But if you invest in your skill development, what you're going to get, you have paid me 9,000 today, 10,000 today. Okay, but tomorrow with the help of your skill, with the power of your skills, you can grab a 1 lakh job, 1 lakh rupee job per month, 90,000 job, 80,000 jobs, right? So basically with skill development, what happens is you are going to appreciate that money. You are going to multiply that money. So have that growth mindset while investing in my program. Okay. So don't think, oh God, I'll have to pay 10,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees or 25,000 rupees. Don't think that. How will I make that 25,000, 2,50,000 with the power of my skill? That's how you should think. Okay. So invest in yourself today so that you can have better returns tomorrow. All that I would like to say. And English is a prerequisite for anything and everything that you have to do in your professional world, right? So make sure that English is your strength. Okay, English should not be your weakness. You losing out the interviews, getting rejected in interviews just because of English skill is a biggest showdown in life. Okay, crack your interviews with the power of your English communication. Okay, grab that 1 lakh rupee job. Okay, make that 10,000 that you invest in me 1 lakh. That should be the spirit. And if you have that spirit, if you want me to be your lifelong mentor, get in touch with me today. That's my contact number. Ping me, please WhatsApp me. Okay, you can WhatsApp me, get in touch with me, take an appointment with me. We can also meet one-on-one over a Zoom call or on telephone call, whatever is possible. I can guide you further, and I would love to help you and develop you become a better version of yourself. Right? So that's about me, friends. Go ahead, make that investment for yourself and make that investment multiply in the months to come. You can do that, right? So let's take that step forward and become a better version. Okay. So that 1 lakh rupee job is actually waiting for you. Okay. Provided you have that skills to grab it. So all you have to do is make a small investment today with me. Okay. And become worthy as ever. Okay, friends. So far, so good. Signing off. Do get in touch with me. You can be a part of English Life Skill Hub and become successful like others are doing. Okay, get in touch with me and I would love to help you. Make sure that you WhatsApp me first before calling me because I am generally busy in my session. So I may not respond to a call. But just drop that message to me, just drop that WhatsApp to me, and we can take this forward. Okay, friends. So thank you so much. Signing off. Goodbye. Take care.